What's up, friends? What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another Animal Crossing New Horizons video right here on the channel. I am Dom and I'm from the Game Looters. So Animal Crossing New Horizons is an amazing game, but after around 600-700 hours and 2 different islands on 2 different switches, there's a lot of things that I wish were different and that could be changed in Animal Crossing New Horizons. So the developers over at Nintendo have been doing a really good job about updating the game pretty regularly, almost on a monthly basis. And although all of the updates have been really cool, there's a lot of stuff that I wish that were just added to the game to just improve the quality of life. The reality of the game is it is kind of a life simulator. You go in, you build your villager to basically be you for the most part. Some people, they do something a little different, but most of us build it to be us, and then we do our life simulator in our island and we live our island lives. Now with it, there's a lot of quality of life things that I wish would be patched and would be added to the game just to make the quality of life in Animal Crossing New Horizons and make that island life a little bit better. So let's go ahead and talk about the top 10 things that I wish Animal Crossing New Horizons and developers over at Nintendo would change. Okay, so the first thing that I wish they could change, or the number one thing, is more custom design slots. The fact that you can go in and add a custom design and put it as like flooring or put it somewhere on your island, and then when you change that slot to something else, it automatically changes all of your design slots, and this is very cumbersome because of the limited amount of design slots that we have. The reality is when you are trying to get your 5-star island or just trying to make the island into your image, you're going to end up using a lot of design slots, and the fact that we're so limited on the number is pretty crazy. This brings me into number 2. On this note, basically with custom designs, I hate that they can be kicked up randomly. The fact that you don't lay down a permanent design slot like it is with flooring, like whether you're laying down brick or something of that nature, you can kick it up at any time. And it's the worst thing in the world where you're trying to go in, basically pick something up or move something, and you accidentally kick up your custom design path. That has to be one of the worst things ever. You should be able to lock your custom designs in. The fact that they let you use it as flooring, but then they go in and remove it because of just something that's built into the game. If we want the path there, we want the path. Give us an option to make it like permanent, like flooring. Number 3 is faster dialogue. So we need to be able to be allowed to skip certain dialogue sections. Now, I have done a bunch of different dialogue, and I'm sure you have, and after the 1,876th flight that I'm about to go on with Wilbur, please, for the love of everything holy in Animal Crossing, for the love of Tom Nook, let me skip that dialogue. It takes me so long. Yes, Wilbur, I want to go to another mystery island. Yes, I would like to go now. No, I don't want to have this back and forth banter with you. Let us skip a lot of the dialogue that's just tedious, cumbersome, and just allow me to go ahead and finish. Once we finish and wrap the game up, once we roll credits, allow this to be an option, please. Number 4. One of the new things that was added in Animal Crossing New Horizons was crafting. And although I love crafting, why in the name of Tom Nook can we not craft in bulk? Please allow us to craft in mass quantities. Crafting is awesome, but it's such a slog, and it honestly takes forever because we can't do it in bulk quantities. Developers, Nintendo, make this happen. We need it. Number 5, item movement. Now, when we say item movement, I literally mean when it comes to item placement. If you are like me, you probably have a ton of tables outside and you probably have stuff on top of them, but getting your items on top of your tables and other things in the right spot is almost dang near impossible, especially if you are trying to get those items to be centered. Whether you have them outdoors or whether you have them indoors, I want the same options I have indoors, outdoors. When you have a table inside your house and you have that place, you are able to go into another menu and move it to exactly where you want. The game should know that if I have a table outside, like a picnic table, and I want a radio right in the middle of the table, it's basically near impossible to even make that happen. We need better options to be able to move and place items when we have them outside. They know we're doing this. They know what people are doing on the islands. Give us more options. Again, it comes down to quality of life. That brings me up to number 6. So we're talking about outdoors. Raise the limit, please, on the number of bridges and inclines that we can place. Now, I get that we might need to be limited in some capacity. We can't have unlimited bridges and we can't have unlimited inclines, but the fact that we can only have 8 apiece is a little bit crazy. I mean, at the end of the day, Tom Nook wants our money and he wants our bells, and at a certain point, he stops getting them. So give us more inclines, give us more bridges, and I will continue paying them to take them down, and I will continue paying him to build them up. Give us, I would say, maybe 12, maybe 16. The reality is there's so much more we could do with our islands if we had more bridges and inclines that we could build. That leads me into number 7. When it comes to tearing down our bridges and inclines, oh my gosh, let it be the same day. Period. The end. Yes, slap, bam, thank you, ma'am. We just need to have this be the same day. The fact that I have to time travel, and not everybody time travels, but the fact that I have to be able to get a design done in that same day is kind of intolerable. The fact that I have to do it. If we were allowed to tear something down and build it up in the same day, that would make a lot more sense. I'm okay with there needing to be like a time frame, like maybe you wait an hour for it to be torn down, but the fact that you tear something down today, you have to wait till tomorrow, then you choose to build a new bridge, and then it's not till the next day. It could take you 3 real-world days just to get a new bridge or a new incline built, and that is just nuts. Come on, developers, do something about this, patch it out. Let it be an hour wait, or let it be hours. Let there be some kind of time limit to where I can do a design in the same day. I don't have to wait days to literally do a design choice when it comes to bridges and inclines. Number 8, customize fence colors. In the original trailer, they showed us a fence that was white and it was awesome, and it's not in the game. We know at some point we're going to be able to customize fences, we hope. Allow that to happen. We can customize almost everything on our island, but when it comes to fences, we just can't change the colors. It's so silly. Allow us to be able to change the custom designs on the fences. Allow us to put a custom design on the fences, please. The next one here is buy multiple clothing items. I can't tell you how many times I've gone to the Able Sisters and I want most, if not all, of the items that they have there that day. And the amount of time it takes to go in and out and in and out and in and out of the changing room is ridiculous. The fact that I can't go in the changing room and just pick all of the items available that day and push the select button and just be able to purchase them all is so silly. If they're going to give us all these items and we're going to spend the time buying them anyways, all they're doing is just basically wasting our freaking time. Allow us to buy all of the items. If I want all the shirts that day, if I want all the ninja masks, let me do what I want, game. Let me buy all of them in one fell swoop and send them over to my storage or whatever the case is. They can do it, they just choose not to, and it's super frustrating. Number 10, why doesn't Isabelle announce the island visitors? Why doesn't Isabelle announce the NPCs that are coming that day? Yes, I would love to know if Red's here. Yes, I would love to know if Celeste is visiting tonight. Yes, I would love to know that the bug off event is happening, but I want to know that they're here. She picks and chooses some of the things, like she'll say, oh, it's the last day of the bug off event, or it's the last day of the fishing tournament, but she never announces the other NPCs. Tell me Leaf is here. Tell me Red is here. Tell me freaking Celeste is coming at the end of the night. Tell me that there's a meteor shower. You know it. That's all you do. You just sit there in your office. Tell me more. Isabelle has basically become kind of useless in the game, and I feel like she could be used so much more. Tell us weather patterns. Tell us NPCs. Tell us all kinds of cool stuff. This is a very simple patch that they could do because they know it's going to happen that day. They just need to put a line of dialogue in Isabelle to do it and make it more useful for us. Alright, so has that been all of the tips? No, I got one more for you guys. I got a bonus tip. Here's the last one. Let us plant trees wherever we want. If there is a piece of land and I can dig a hole, let me put a tree in it. The fact that right now we have to resort to different hacks and workarounds and basically break the game to be able to put a tree at the end of a cliff is just so silly. If I can dig a hole there, let me put the tree inside of it. No, I do not want a baby 2-inch tree. I want a full-grown tree. If I can make a hole, let me pull a tree. Period. The end. Let me put the trees. Guys, that has been all of my tips and all of the things that I want to see updated and done in Animal Crossing New Horizons. The video on screen right now will show you on exactly what you need to do if you ever thought about restarting your island. We've all thought about it, but before you even do it, check out that video. And the one right next to it, well, you might be feeling burnout. You may be 600, 700, 800 hours, 1,000 hours in the game, and you may not play as much as you did anymore, and that's okay. In that video, I'm going to tell you exactly the reasons why burnout ends up happening and some of the things that you want to feel that way. And guys, we'll catch you on the next video.